Hey guys, welcome back. I want to say family because I believe that you guys are all family. I love you guys and I'm so glad you come back every Saturday. And if you've not been here before, welcome in. You're going to be family before the night's over. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Kike always here as usual. Nana D, glad to see you. Welcome. Chip, thanks for coming in, my buddy. Tammy, thank you. Always here every week. Stan, thanks for coming in. Little feeding, Ryan's here. All right. I'm so glad you guys are here and everybody that stops through. We're trying to get to that 500 mark. Gonna give the snake away. You guys are going to vote on what you want to do with that, whether it's the snake or Jeffrey. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see when Will gets in here. We've got Julie from Fenris Reptiles in here tonight. Beautiful, beautiful lady. Kurt, glad to see you in here, brother. So we're going to bring Julie out. She's a beautiful girl. So everybody give her a really warm welcome. Julie, so glad you are here. Now, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Is it Fenris?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay. I was hoping I had it right. I was like, I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you'll see some names that are like, there's one on my Instagram that's gotta grab my balls. I'm like, lovely.
Lovely. There's a lot. Grow some balls, I think, is one, and balls deep. And I'm like, people are really clever. I hadn't thought of a lot of these. I'm like, that's really clever. Yeah.
A lot of adult humor.
I want to ask you, where are you from? And tell us just a little bit about yourself because you're kind of new to us. And that's a great thing because we have this little circle that we need to expand.
Well, I was born in Colorado, Durango to be specific. I was raised in between Cortez, Colorado, and Farmington, New Mexico. And as far as I know, I actually just bought a collection from someone here, and I think there's maybe only 2 other breeders in the San Juan County area. Everybody else is kind of located down towards Albuquerque.
Okay.
So I don't really have much competition here.
That's a good thing. That gives you kind of a big market to kind of conquer out there. So that's a great thing.
Well, we've got a Petco, which is awful, but I don't think we have any actual pet stores here either that sell reptiles. So
okay. Now, are you actually into breeding at all, or is it just as a hobbyist? Okay, perfect. I do stalk pages, so I have been stalking you.
Yeah, well, we didn't get to breed any last year because my females weren't great, and we wanted to make sure that they were like completely in good health and a good body standing before we even tried. But we have about 14 females this year that are going to be ready to go.
Oh, wow. That's going to be awesome. Is there any one particular gene that you are focused on working in, or are there several projects that you want to get out there?
I'm thinking about starting to mess with the champagne just to kind of see what I can do with it, just because, I mean, it's something that you can mix with just about everything and it'll go somewhere. I did pick up a female from a breeder on Morph Market 2 years ago, and she's a black. They labeled her as a paradox, but I think she's heifer pied because she has a ringer at the end of her tail, and that's what he marked as the paradox. So we're going to try and prove that out, but she's black paradox super stripe Oreo blizzard, and I don't even know what to pair her with, but we'll find something.
Find something. Brittany, welcome in. I think I missed somebody else. I missed Ray, and I missed 843 Exotics. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for coming in.
I did want to start messing with the specials, too.
We actually just got a special and super excited to start working with it. So It hadn't been on our radar, but we had the opportunity, so we were just like super excited. Yeah, if you guys want to drop your links in the chat, Kike is awesome about doing it, but that gives us a chance to go to each other's pages and check each other out, follow each other. And they're asking if you have a YouTube, Julie. They
I
want
do.
to know.
I just set it up 2 days ago, so I think I've never really gotten into the live thing just because I get really awkward. But we're also kind of new to it too. I've owned reptiles for a long time, but I didn't really consider breeding them up until this last year.
Okay.
So, but
That's
do.
perfectly okay. Okay, that's all right. I have a YouTube page under my own name, but I don't have any videos under my name. So I understand completely. I get it completely. Do you have any other reptiles that you own or are into breeding or?
Yeah, I ran a rescue for a long time, and so like we made sure that everything that was rehabilitated was never able to reproduce, like here. We do have a bearded dragon that I've been considering on breeding, and then I'm actually gonna be going to a reptile show here in Houston, probably around my birthday in November. We're trying to find one that'll hit right on my birthday, which is on the 5th or the 6th, and I'm not really sure which one to go to, but I want to try and snag some gargoyle geckos.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Now, really are they hard to find?
Mm-hmm.
Will you be going to Arlington next weekend for the NARBC?
I would like to.
Some of them it's hard to get to.
Yeah, well, and a lot of it with us is I have so many snakes and I don't have any family here, so being able to up and leave is kind of a problem. So
that I think does we have make
over, it hard. Yeah, we have over 80 just chilling in my living room on the racks. So I tell people like my kids will go to school and they tell their friends and their teachers how many snakes we have, and they think that I'm like they're either lying or it's like a zoo.
The friends probably freak out. They're like, "What in the world do you do at your house?"
Yeah.
Hi, John. Hi, Will. Hi, Chantrell. Chantrell, I gotta tell Will that Chantrell designed Jeffrey a bikini that he's gonna go crazy over. So,
oh no!
if we hit that 500 mark, I gotta tease Will just a little bit. So, we're actually trying to give a snake away, but there's been such a joking going on about this bikini competition over here with the hubby.
When my dad was in high school, my grandmother, her mom used to give him like really skimpy little G-string bikinis as like a gag gift for Christmas every year.
Oh my God.
And they were like Speedos.
I don't feel so bad then.
I thought about picking up the tradition for sending him pairs, but
Will says he's down for the mankini. Oh my goodness.
Gotta get it the elephant ears.
Right.
Or paint it like a ball python.
Hey, John. Oh my goodness. Now, since you're kind of on your own, your hubby hasn't quite come into the mix with you. We're going to try to get him there, though. Have you found any challenges being just the female end of it? Is there any pushback from the guys, or you are a beautiful woman, so, or do you get the kind of guys slipping into the DMs or kind of?
It's kind of unfortunate, honestly, because I like to keep it strictly just about the reptiles. And there's a couple of guys on my Facebook that are breeders, and they have really nice quality. But there's one that decided it would be a good idea to take things completely in the opposite direction, and I he got mad because I quit talking to him. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's not what we're here for.
Right. It's a strictly business venture. Yeah. And I think that it either goes the two different ways. You're either not taken seriously because they think that you don't know the
Anything.
genes, the morphs, what you're talking about as far as the breeding goes, or how to take care of the reptiles or anything like that.
That is a big
Or
challenge. I have a lot of men that will come for me and tell me that I'm not doing something right, and a lot of it's not even that they're trying to educate you. It's strictly hypocritical. So there's no learning there. It's all judgment.
yeah. Or like we just discussed, they're in your DMs going, "Hey,
Yeah.
hey girl, hey,"
Yeah.
and I'm old enough, that they're not doing that to me, but every
That's
guy,
the benefit.
every guy that's in our chat over here, I love these guys. These guys, every single one of them has my back on a weekly basis. These guys,
It's a good community.
yeah, these guys I could call on at any second of the day, and they would have my back.
Yeah.
Will. And I've messaged them saying, "Hey brother, I need this," or "Can you tell me this?" and
Yeah.
they've got you. And these guys over here are going to be the same way for you. Now that you've kind of been on the show, and they know who your name is, they'll be doing the same thing for you.
That one was funny.
They're just great all around guys. So wonderful,
And
wonderful.
I'm actually, I think a lot of them are on my Instagram. So I mean, it's always been positive interaction.
They're respectable. They're awesome people.
Is not wanting still.
Now, whenever you want to stop and show something off,
Yeah, I actually
what the
I brought in one of my males. I can't, for the life of me, he cannot figure out what in the heck he's doing. But I bought him, and they told me he was just a banana pastel. And if you look at him, I think he's champagne. I mean, it's hard to see it, but
take me out.
I don't even know if it'll show you because of the light. But he's got like the typical champagne little splotches like the false pieds would have. And he's got the best attitude.
Champagne is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. And actually, he's actually what made me get into wanting to start messing with them, because the way that they delude the patterns so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I was actually with him in Walmart, and he's gotten to where he's really flighty. He won't sit still. And I live on the reservation. So there's a lot of spiritual and cultural beliefs with the people that live here that, they can't look at them or be anywhere near them. So I'm like, I try to be respectful and keep him away, and he's up in my bun or whatever. But we were walking through Walmart, and this older lady had, stopped, and she had her perfect little perm going on. And she asked me, says, "Is it real?" And I said, "Yeah, he's real. And I have to feed him every so often. I mean, I'm sure he's real." Yeah. And the look on her face, she like turned ghost white and like ran to customer service. And the guy tracks me down. I think he was the manager of the Walmart, and he tells me, he says, "So I told everybody he was your service animal, so they would quit asking about it." So that's his new name. He's my
service animal.
Yeah.
I know when I was working in behavioral health, I kept swearing up and down I was going to start bringing a snake as my little service animal because as my emotional support. I was like, I swear to God, I'm going to start bringing an emotional support snake if y'all don't leave me alone. I'm just done.
I would really like to be able to like advocate for the schools here because my two kids, they have their own snakes. My oldest is 7 and my youngest is 5. And, you know, they go to school and they tell their friends and, you know, their friends are all freaked out. And I remember when I was in school, they had a lady that brought in a tarantula. So I'm thinking about getting a hold of maybe like some of the middle schools and seeing if I can bring some of them in just like as an educational purpose.
Yeah. When we had, when I was teaching pre-K, we had a lady and her husband that would bring in theirs, and that's how I fell in love with carpet pythons because I got to hold the carpet pythons, and I was like, yes, it was my way of getting over my fear, and I was just like, I absolutely love it. Hi, Diego. I absolutely loved it, and I was just like, this is my absolute way of getting over it, and from then on, I was like in love. I was just like, this is my. So if I could ever do that, you know, taking them into the schools, I would be in heaven. Now, Jeffrey, he would be like, you go, I'll wait in the car.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm like you. I would love to do something like that. It would be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
So,
well,
yeah.
And there's not a lot of programs yet. Like, we don't have a zoo. We don't have anything like that. So there's no interactive thing you can do here aside from like maybe horseback riding where you get to like explore new things. And reptiles they're crazy. So, you know, little kids always feel that they feel funny and, you know, they're a sensory as well.
They're really they're such a mysterious animal to so many people, not even just, you know, kids, but adults as well. And you're like, so many people think they're slimy or think they're this or think they're that, and you can educate so many people by just taking them into a school or something like that and having an educational talk about them. It's such a neat thing to do. I would love to do it.
We have, I think it's like a hemp or a marijuana festival here, and they do it at the cultural center. So I was thinking about setting up a booth there and just like little petting zoo.
That would be a cool thing. Yeah, if they could let you do that, that would be awesome. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I think I saw Chris from Flexin' and Finessin' pop in. I hope I haven't missed anybody. I saw More Forge pop in. Jeremy from Warfuls. Hey, brother. I'm trying to catch everybody. I'm sorry.
That is true. Their phones are such a huge distraction. Like, my kids don't get a lot of time on their TVs or anything like that, specifically for that reason, because it's taking away the childhood in a sense.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. Now, one of our kids, ours are all adults, but our daughter, she's 30, absolutely terrified of snakes. Absolutely terrified. She won't even, if we even get a snake in the same room with her, she's like wanting to out the door. She's like, And our son, he'll just come up and pick up and hold and move things, and he's perfectly fine. And when we go out of town, he comes and takes care of everybody. So he's good to go, but not our daughter. We're like, honey, they're just the most docile, loving animals on the face of the planet. If you would just give them a chance, you would love them.
Like my dad, he used to be terrified of them, and I lived with him for a long time. And I had to go out of town for work, and one of them got out. He didn't go home until I got home.
Oh my God!
I was gone for a week.
Oh God!
Yeah,
I would die.
And the snake was a hognose.
Oh.
But after that, he got really attached to it. It was weird. It was the only snake he would hold. And I think it's because they were rear fanged, so they, you know, when they don't initially just bite. And
yeah,
he'd pull out a sock and it would climb in there, and then it would just hang out. And he nicknamed it Pocket Snooky.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm loving it. Now, do you have a favorite morph that you have or one that you want to get?
Yeah, I think Pied is probably my favorite, but the combination of Pied that has kind of started everything for me is definitely going to be the urban camo.
Those are gorgeous.
They
I
are.
really didn't think about it until I saw one, and then I was like, those are really pretty. But we're kind of working on a banana ultramel pied right now.
The Ultramel is so pretty when it's mixed with banana.
Yeah. Yeah. Love
And
it.
Inchi, because Inchi brings out the oranges.
Yeah.
I actually
Yep.
saw a banana clown for the first time the other day, and I like never really thought about that combination, but when I saw it, I was surprised at how vibrant it was.
Yep, it is. It absolutely is. Hi, Mitzi. I am blown away by what the ultra male. We saw an ultra male tri-stripe, and I was just like, holy cow, the color in that thing.
Yeah.
And I don't have any tri-stripe, but I have the G stripe. So I'm hoping that maybe we can get some of the same kind of coloring going on. I'm going to work with it and see what I can do, but
yeah,
that blew me away. So I'm hoping.
well,
I don't.
and I think what we're going to try and work towards this upcoming breeding season is I'm actually trying to get my hands on a Sandblast that's het for pied, and I don't think he's a bad price. He's only $250, but he's 100% het pied. So I'm hoping that if I pair him to my super pewter female, that I'll hopefully get some urbans.
Okay, I'm hoping for you. That'll be.
I don't know how the heck I'm going to sell them. They're so expensive.
I know sometimes you think about the things that the genes that you're working on, and sometimes, you know, we're like everybody else. We both work full time, and then we do our snake thing. You know, we work our snake business, and we're like, we still got to pay the house payment. We still got to pay a car payment. We're still like, okay, we still got to buy the snakes. So sometimes we're buying hets to put together to make the things that we need to do. And we're like, we were just not made of money.
I know it. Like, I got myself in such a hole when I bought that collection because, like, I'm really good friends with the lady that I bought it from. And so, like, I'm like, well, I want this, and it's on Morph Market. This payment.
I know. There's been a few that we're just like, whoo, we're gonna have to make payments on that one a few times. I know. It's like, well, you better be. We're gonna eat that one for a couple of nights this week, so we're gonna buy the brisket, and so that'll be a 3-night
baby for a week.
Yeah.
No
better get used to that. Do you have a dream snake that you would love to have?
Yes. So I think it would be just any kind of hurricane combo, but I did notice that they're trying to mix it with sunset.
Okay.
And that's one that I would really like to get in my collection at some point.
Do you have any sunsets right now?
I do have a that's 66% het for it, but anytime I mean any females that I could breed him to, they're through the roof. And it's weird working with anything that's not 100% het because you never know if it's really going to prove out. So, you know what I mean? Like it's a gamble, right. I guess.
Yeah, we had a ultramel het sunset that we put to our pied girl this year, and we lost the entire clutch.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was devastating because we had one little noodle that, God bless him, he had a little touch of shark mouth, but he was the only one that survived, and he survived for about 2.5 weeks, shut out, took his first meal. And I thought, he's going to make it. He's my little, I called him my little hockey helmet, but I named him Bruce because everybody in the chat was like, name him Bruce. And I'm like, I just do it. I'll name him Bruce. And I thought, oh, he's going to make it. I'm so excited. And the very next day we went up and to the snake room, and he had passed. And I was just so devastated. I thought, oh my God. I was just, oh my gosh, I was lost. But I'm so positive. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna
maybe next year.
Well, next year we're gonna have a good go. Hi, baby girl.
Well,
my daughter's on.
Oh, hi. We have a female that she was paired before we got her, and she never like swelled up, never pre-laid, nothing. I think she like absorbed her tanning. And we've paired her a couple of times to a pastel coral glow sugar. So we're kind of hoping that maybe she'll take with him since the temperatures are starting to change. But she likes to hold out and make us think she's ovulating when she's not.
Yeah. Is that my son, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, everybody. Jordan is my daughter. Pyro Kid is my
Our adopted son.
our adopted son. Our plus one. Bonus child. That's what he is. Our bonus child.
Those are always fun.
I thought you kids were coming down because we've got smoked brisket down there and baked beans with brisket in it and homemade macaroni and cheese.
Now I'm hungry. I haven't had a homemade meal that I haven't cooked in so long.
Well, you guys, if you're in Kansas City, come on over. There's food. Yeah. There's food.
For work, we travel the country because we work for a company that does we work on power plants and mines, so we go in and we fix their filtration systems. And we were just in Miami, and when I tell you that I didn't have time to work and try to hit every breeder in Miami, it was awful.
Oh.
I didn't know what to do. They're literally everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you. Well, anybody that comes through Kansas City, we'll be here and we'll feed you.
I did drive through Kansas City on my way back from Miami. I was wanting to hit Wilbanks when I came through to drop my husband's dad off in Oklahoma.
Yep. Well, you come through Kansas City next time, you hit us up and we'll feed you, girl. We will feed you. You tell us what you like to eat and we'll make it. We'll do Cajun, we'll do barbecue, we'll do whatever you want.
Gator was on my bucket list and I didn't get to try it.
Oh, we love gator. We love gator.
I want to try it so bad.
We love gator. We do a big crawfish boil in April for my birthday, and we fly like 100 pounds of crawfish up from Louisiana, and we do a big, huge boil all day long. So everybody's coming for that. So
my daughter's birthday is funny. So my birthday is on the 6th of November, and my youngest is on the 10th of November, and then my husband's is the 13th of April, and my oldest is the 10th of April. So we're
the day after mine. Mine's the 9th. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Birthday bash.
Birthday bash. We do the big thing all day. My son makes a big king cake, and we do the whole 9 yards. So we love it. Love it, love it, love it. So now I've got you sidetracked on food. I ain't even talking about the darn snakes. I'm on the live inviting everybody in the chat up to the house for crawfish boil.
Keeps the community good.
I know. Isn't that sassy? Okay. Oh my goodness. Now, is there any other reptiles you are interested in getting besides what you already have?
Yeah, so I was really trying to grab a reticulated while I was down there, or even just a Burmese, just something bigger while I was there, because we're actually moving onto a bigger property. So I'm like trying to dedicate like a whole room specifically to said reptile. And it was really hard to find anything from when we got back home, because I've found they've always got to be so expensive. And I don't want to, I kind of breed them, so.
Feel you. I feel you. I want a retic so badly, and I have finally talked him into it. So
When?
so excited. I'm so excited.
I
I
would
can't
love
wait.
to have one of the golden children. Oh, they're so pretty.
I found when we were down in Arlington the last time, it was the last fall, I found a lavender golden child, and it was just gorgeous. But he wants an anery because he loves that black, because once you get it out in the sun, it just shimmers and
Really
it looks like a
iridescent.
rainbow. Yeah, so he'd like
They
to
are
have
gorgeous.
that. Yeah, so he was like, well, if we get one, I'd like to have that black because it's so shiny. And I'm like, well, if I get one, well, we could probably do it your way just so I could have it.
Yeah, convince him it's his idea.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. We've got more people coming in. We've got Eric and I think Mark, the spider guy. Gershon came in. Gershon is who started me on this journey. So I've got to give huge shout outs to Gershon. Yes, Mark the spider guy.
If you've got little jumping spiders, I want one so bad. That is on my list.
I want a lychee. I'm begging for a lychee as well. I don't know about spiders yet because I've been bitten by a brown recluse, and
they're not fun. They're an infestation here, and we have very large wolf spiders that are hatching eggs. So if you smash them, it turns into a bomb.
I've got a scar from the brown recluse, and I lost my eyesight for a while. So I'm like, I don't know about the spiders.
Oh no, that's awful.
I don't know about the spiders right yet, but we'll see. Maybe down the road. Maybe down the road. But they had these lychees. Have you seen those? Where they feel like velvet.
Yeah.
I love those things. I don't know why, but they're so pretty. I just love the feel of them.
We have some tarantulas here. I'm not sure what. I think they were called Johnny Cash tarantulas, but they have a vile temperament.
And see, Tammy's got to throw that up and always make me so jealous. Because she told me last week she got a lychee. She got to make me jealous. Dang it. Oh, man. Okay. Who do you think, my sister's in the chat, Angie from Jar Pythons.
You guys are a whole little family that does it.
We did. Oh, and Jim's here. We did a show together, and that I'm telling you, there was warning labels all over that show. Who is your biggest supporter, or who has impacted you the most?
I would probably have to say my grandmother and my husband, but my grandma, she passed away April last year. She was terrified of snakes, and I lived with her, and she would, love me enough to let me have one. And I kind of she worked over to where I could have the cage in the living room, and she would kind of just watch them. Go play. And she was always saying that she wanted to go to one of the zoos and, you know, mess with one of the, or even just look at one of the anacondas.
Okay.
And so I've like made it on my list. I will have one at some point.
Do you remember who does the anacondas? The one that was big friends with Ben Rennick. What was her name?
Megaconda.
Megaconda. She does anacondas.
I'll have to look
Yeah,
into it.
she
Yeah,
does.
it's like a bucket list thing now, because that was like her. That was what she wanted. That was on her bucket list before she passed away, and she didn't get to do it. So I will.
I'm sure there's other people that do them, but yeah, she has. Her name is Megaconda. She has
Megaconda. That's nice.
Megaconda. Yeah, she has anacondas.
Oh, I bet they're so crazy to see, especially when they're so big. And I love the elephant trunk snakes too. They're so like worm-looking.
Our little daughter-in-law showed us these eyelash snakes, and I was just like, those are the funkiest. Those are the funkiest looking things. But I was like, those are so cool. Now, is there any impact that you would like to have? What impact do you want to make on the snake community?
I guess just a positive one, you know, like being able to grow and make friends and actually get into the community instead of just sitting on the outside being a little weirdo that watches everybody. I observe a lot.
We are dragging you in, kicking and screaming. We are making you come into our world.
I think it would be really cool to be like able to come up with one of the first. Because I mean, there's so many combinations out there that it's hard to know what's been made and what hasn't. But I think that would be something cool to do.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, Miranda. How are you doing, beautiful? I think there's enough genes and enough different morphs out there that you can make different combos that other people aren't making. Well, so I think there's a possibility out there somewhere of doing something that nobody else is doing.
Well, and there's a lot of combinations that aren't really being messed with. Like they were super popular when they were first found, and then now they've kind of like died out. Like I've noticed that there's not a lot of people working with lace, or and the trick or the Krypton has grown a lot of traction here in the last couple of years too.
Yeah. Yep. There's so many different things, and there's a lot of simple genes that people don't give enough credit. And I said last week, I think a lot of people, I love the acid that I got. I love the acid that I got. But I think one of my favorite genes is leopard. It's just a simple gene that you can put with so many different things. And I'm just like, I love it. Yeah,
I would love to start working with lace. It's such a pretty subtle gene, especially if you can mix it with something that does a really nice darker accent like black pastel.
Yeah, we love black pastel.
It is. It's so pretty.
It is gorgeous. I was gonna ask you, are you on Vero at all?
No.
No. Okay. But we met on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you think that social media has like a huge impact on what we do?
Yeah. I do, because I mean, how else would you get any new morph that you've made, or any information on something? I think it's almost a necessity at this point, because it gets you out there. You can be proud of what you've made or anything you've hatched. It's very big in the community.
I often wonder, what it was like back before we had
Before.
it. Yeah, like how they got
Reddit.
the is that
I've seen so many like years upon years ago messages on Reddit of people asking questions about snakes and all of their morphs that they've got, and it's just list upon list of people commenting back. It was like their little lobby of what they could talk about.
what they could talk about. I just like, because we do have so many different social media platforms that we can go on and show our snakes. And if we do have, like we cut a spider clutch, just a couple weeks ago, and we were looking at the eggs and we were like, these things are black and white. What the heck did we cut? We have no idea what we cut here. We don't have Xanthic in anything. We don't have Xanthic. And we were just looking at them like, what the heck are these? And just having social media platform and all of our wonderful friends and family, which we call our friends our family. They're our family. They were like so helpful in going, okay, I think this is this, and I think this is this, and you've got that in there, and what was the pairings, who were the mom, who was the dad, what did they have in them? And they were so wonderful on jumping on a live with us one night and going over what we had in different snakes. And as we cut a new clutch that was just pipping, they were jumping in on that one too, helping us to determine what we had. And we were like, oh my God, if we didn't have everybody in the community, we would be lost, because we were like, holy cow. When you get some of these animals that are 4 and 5 genes, because the spider mom that we have was a queen bee with 3 hets. She had 5 genes with 3 possible hets. And then the dad had 2 or 3 things going on, and we're like, don't know everything that's going on in some of these.
Well, and it's always good to ask questions too. Like, I've noticed that there's a lot of people that are just starting out. I mean, I was really like hesitant to kind of put myself out there and ask about morphs, because there's a lot of people out there that are so judgmental on it that, they come at you somewhat aggressively because, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, or, you don't have enough knowledge to be doing it, but it's all a learning experience.
It's all a learning experience. And we're those people that have said from the very beginning, yes, we've been doing this for a few years. I think we established in 2016 or so, but we've only been breeding for the last 2 or 3 years. Well, we've been transparent from the get-go. We've been open from the get-go. If we've had a gnat issue in the snake room, or if we've had somebody bring in a snake with mites and we've had an issue with that going through the snakes, because we didn't quarantine, because we were like, oh, this was a friend, we trusted them, and we learned our lesson. We've been openly, transparent about it. And we've been like, yeah, this is what happened to us. Don't do this. Don't do what we did. We've been really open about it. And so if we come out and say, yeah, we don't know what this is, we need your help, guys, everybody knows us. They're just like, oh yeah, we can help you. We've got you. Yeah. It's no big deal. They're not like, oh, you guys, here comes the blonde again with her issues.
Oh no.
Oh no, here she comes.
I change my hair color often.
Oh my God. Here she comes. No, they're just great people, and they know, that we're genuinely asking, because, we honestly don't know. But there again, if we know it, we know it, and we'll say, yeah, we think this is this and this and this. What do you guys think? And they're right behind us. Or they'll say, well, I think you've also got this in there or that in there. And we appreciate it so much. And we just love these people. I mean, they're just kind of the greatest people on the face of the planet. So I can't thank everybody in here enough. So, I can't say anything higher of these people. So
We have a really small community here, and what really sucks is the community in Albuquerque, like the breeders are growing really fast there because there's so many of them and they're all kind of correlating together, but they're all so aggressive about gatekeeping a specific morph that they are breeding. So like if you are trying to copy that, or you somehow manage it with the same morph combinations, they immediately get aggressive and think, oh well, you're just piggybacking off of them. And it drives me nuts because there are a lot of common morphs like yellow belly or the champagne or even the black pastels. Those are morphs that are usually in a lot of things. Like almost every snake I've gotten from Albuquerque has had yellow belly in it. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just amazed at the people that, like, we were on a call last night with my sister Angie and several John from Underworld and Charlie from Reagan Renee and several others, and we're working some of the same genes that Charlie's working, and we were talking about some of the projects that we were working on, and Charlie, he's one of the nicest people on the face of the planet, and he's like, oh yeah, that's a good combination. Yeah, that'll serve you really well. You're doing really great with that. And I'm like, we're working the same stuff, and he's just like really encouraging, and I'm like,
yeah,
you can't get any better than the people that you're surrounding yourself with, and so that's why we surround ourselves with the people that we do. It's just like, wow. I can't say anything higher.
It's hard to really be aggressive about something like that. Like, I don't think I've ever had somebody come at me as rude as they did, other than the people I've dealt with their, like, I don't think I will ever choose to go through any of the breeders in Albuquerque specifically because they're so judgmental. And because we are close in cities, it automatically turns into, oh, well, we're copying, or, it's just drama. And I've never dealt with drama more than I have in the reptile community as well. Like, it gets crazy, especially when you get couples that are like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm one of those, and so is Jeffrey. We're just like, we don't do drama. We do not do drama. We're just like, nope. We're just like, no. We're out of drama, so that's not one of the things we do.
Oh, thank you, Blue Jay Pythons. Jar, excuse me, Blue Jar. I can't see.
There are so many cool people in both communities. Yep.
Well, and what's funny is when you get people, I'll walk around out in town a lot with my snakes, and you'll get people that aren't really afraid of them, but they've never been around them, especially one that's domesticated. They're always thinking like rattlesnake or, bull snake, but they want to come up and they want to touch it and be all in your bubble. It's so taboo to them.
Yeah.
Little
and at what point
too,
do you just go, do you go, well, you just
well, there's been a couple of times where I'm like, you can hold it, and they're like, oh no, I don't want to hold it, but they just want to like stand there and look at me and watch, and I'm like, this is awkward.
At what point do we just kind of go on our way, or
yeah, they just try not to be rude, but like scuttle off, like.
Well, I really got a lunch date, so I gotta go now. Nice to see you. Drama
well,
free.
I'm always open to make new friends too. Like I keep to myself. I'll comment on some people's stuff on Instagram, but like I try to kind of just stay in the background, just because there's not everybody's super nice, and you don't know who's gonna have an attitude that day or not.
True. I don't comment a lot. I will if I really truly love something. Your Halloween type vibe pics with your snakes. I was all over that. I was just like, yes, I
I was
love these.
so excited to see stuff in Walmart. I was like, oh, props.
Yes, I was loving on those a lot.
Well, I'm like trying not to post every single picture. I'm like, I don't want to overwhelm Instagram with my aesthetic
with your
pictures.
And see, I love that kind of stuff. At Christmas, I was all over it. I was just like snapping all kinds of pics of my babies with their little Christmas presents and their little.
Well, and it's hard too, because like all of their props nowadays have glitter, and I'm like, it can't.
Yeah.
Cannot have glitter because they'll
Yeah.
get under their scales and they'll try to eat it.
Yeah.
I can't for the life of me. I've tried so hard to get my geckos because I have 2 crested geckos and then I have a gargoyle, and he sits pretty well, but like he does this little butt wiggle when he gets ready to jump, and my photo box is open, so if he yeets himself out of it, I can't find him when he hits the carpet because he's the same color.
He's the same color.
Yeah. I can't get pictures of him at all.
There are a few of ours that they won't sit still long enough to do anything. Thank God our son is good with the camera, and he'll just keep clicking until they're just completely out of the photo box and just gone. But he gets a lot. Yeah, the unfollow button is real easy if the drama is too bad.
Well, and then they get salty when you tell them that. They're like, "Oh, you're a jerk." I'm like, "No,
no,
the shoe fits."
I just don't do the drama. Just don't do it. I'm just not having any. Is there any other reptiles that you want to show, or?
I did bring my female in. I contacted her breeder because I had actually posted her. I left these groups, mind you. I posted her in some Facebook groups because I wasn't entirely sure like what she was. Plus, I was really excited about getting her because I have an obsession with paradoxes or anything that are like strange,
Different.
Yeah. And the backlash I got for posting her because they were telling me that the breeder that produced her was lying every time he posted one of his snakes. And this is the paradox that she has. I don't know if you can see the ringer, but
yeah, down at the back.
And it goes all the way around except for the very top. But I messaged him and I asked him, I said, "Hey, can I ask you what her pairing was just so I can have a definite idea of what I can use her with?" And he told me that he does not keep records of his pairings. So I have no idea, honestly, exactly what she is, but we're going to experiment.
Okay.
And she's gotten extremely dark. When I bought her, she was almost a completely white, creamy color, and now she's got like a black accent all the way down her back. But I know for sure she's super striped, but other than that, I have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah. And I've never really seen anything that
looks
looks
like a normal
like
score. You can throw it to a normal and see what comes out.
Yeah, I didn't realize when I bought this collection that there were like 9 normals in it. And thankfully most of them are female, so yeah.
I will tell my voters to vote, Chip. Anybody that's on here that has not gone to Regisphere and voted for Caven, Celtic Balls.
Ooh.
She's on King of the Mountain right now against 2 other snakes. Caven is up for King of the Mountain. Regisphere. Link is in the description over here. Kike is on the ball, posting it. She's Challenger 1. Caven, she's the bamboo sugar pastel.
Those are so pretty.
Fiber. Yeah.
Bamboos are gorgeous.
I also posted it on Facebook and told all my friends and family to go vote for her. I am so bad. Oh, goodness. I am not above a little bit of persuasion over on the Facebooks.
Well, yeah.
Thanks for reminding me, Chip.
He was trying to strangle me.
So if Jordan and Nick, my two children, are... Oh, here she is. Here she is. Oh, which way? This way.
Oh. Those lights are always such a pain.
I know.
Oh, she's pretty.
That may help. I don't know. It's always trying to get her in the right position. I think it's the ring light that's always so bright. Yeah.
Oh, wow, you could really see the bamboo on her now.
Yeah.
That dorsal stripe is crazy.
Yeah.
I think the sugar works really well with stuff that's lighter like that, too.
She's just amazing. I can't wait for her to be big enough to put something with her.
We had a clutch. A friend of mine, she paired. I have the parents that made the pairing now, but she had a clutch from them, and one of the male was a coral glow pastel sugar, and the female was like unknown. She's just an extremely dark normal, but the offspring came out calico looking. Like, they're very strange. We can't figure them out.
I am so excited to get to actually breed her at some point. That
What do you plan to pair her to? You know,
I'm not.
We want to get clown.
We want to put clown to her.
Ooh.
Oh,
It'd be cool if you could get a bamboo clown to pair her to.
that would be awesome. Jeff is killing it. You're doing great, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
You'll have to take a bow at the end.
Oh no. Better curtsy.
Smile and wave. Now, I wanted to ask you, because I try not to keep anybody over an hour if I can help it, because I know you have families. It's a Saturday night. I try not to make it go over a certain amount of time because I know everybody wants to do their family thing and all that great stuff. But is there anybody that you would like to see on the next Ladies of the Night Reptile Talk?
I don't think I particularly know any other females, honestly.
Okay.
I do have one. I'll have to find out what her name is on Instagram and send it to you, but I'm sure she'd love to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can DM me. I will absolutely.
They are, I think they go by A and B, Living Art Reptiles is what they go by, I think. But I'll have to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. DM it to me. I am all prepared. Next weekend we will be in Arlington. I won't have an actual show, but I think I will still be going live with something.
That's exciting. I'm so ready to go to my show. I've never been.
We are loving, we're not vending yet. We don't have enough stuff built up, but just going and seeing everybody, getting to be with the family. I think we come home for a week and then we'll be up at Tinley with all of our family. I think we'll see Kurt, our brother Kurt. I think Keys will be there. I think Gershon, Wiss will be there. Chip from Regis. I know Jar will be there. Blue Jar will be there. God, I think I can't even. Wilcox will be World of Wilcox. Yeah. I can't even think. So
I'll have to get with you on those.
you get to some of those shows. Get with us because we want to get pictures and get with you and hang out and get together. So
Anybody that lives out west, if they want to stop here, we can all drive up together.
yeah, anybody coming through here, make sure that you stop in here because we'll feed you. Kurtwood, you better be taking off for the crawfish boil. You know when it is, April the 8th. So we better see you. Okay, sweetheart. Julie, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to plan on having a big blowout with you ladies at the end of the year. So I'm going to bring you back. And I will have you back.
It.
Yes, I have loved every minute. You have a friend for life, my friend.
Awesome.
Anytime. I'm going to put you backstage for just a second. I am going to say goodbye to all of our friends, and I'll come back and talk to you for just a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you.
Oops.
Wrong.
Sorry. Sorry.
Put on the spot.
And there you go. Oh, goodness. Thank all of you guys so much for coming tonight. As usual, you guys showed up, you showed out. You are so amazing, and we love you guys so much. Keep doing what you're doing. Get us to that 500. Tell your friends, tell your family. We got to give away a snake because I can't keep all of these snakes. So 500 gets a snake out the door somehow, some way. Again, we love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. We'll be right here doing what we love and loving what we do. And you guys keep chasing that dream.